What if I told you that the things consuming your life right now, the promotion you're chasing, the perfect body you're trying to carve out in the mirror at midnight, the bigger house you think will finally prove something, the approval of people who won't even remember your name in 10 years, what if I told you it's all quietly stealing the only thing you can never earn back, your time? My name is Daniel. I'm 50 years old. I have stage 4 pancreatic cancer. The doctors gave me 6 months. That was 5 months ago. If I'm lucky, I might have 4 weeks left, probably less. And in whatever time I have remaining, I'm going to give you something I can't give myself, a warning. This isn't going to be gentle. This isn't cherish every day. This isn't inspiration. This is regret. This is frustration. This is a man staring at the end of his life, realizing he traded it for things that don't matter. Because here's the truth no one prepares you for. There is no warning, no countdown clock, no dramatic music. You don't get time to reorganize your priorities. One day you're planning next quarter's goals, color-coded calendar, back-to-back meetings, and the next day a doctor is sitting across from you, hands folded, voice soft, rehearsed, telling you you're going to die. And suddenly, everything you thought was important collapses into nothing. I was a corporate attorney, made partner at 39, 6-figure income, corner office, glass walls, city view. For over 25 years, I worked 70-hour weeks like it was normal. I missed my daughter's school performances because of depositions. I missed anniversaries because of trials. I told myself the same lie, over and over. Just a few more years. Just reach this level. Then I'll slow down. Then I'll have time. Then I'll take my family to Italy. I never slowed down. And I am never going to Italy. My daughter is 17 now. Last week she sat beside my hospital bed, trying to be strong, and she said something that cut deeper than any diagnosis. Dad, you were around, but you were never really with us. I didn't argue, because she was right. My body was home sometimes. My mind was always somewhere else. The next case, the next client, the next billable hour ticking in the back of my head. 2 weeks after my diagnosis, I got the email I had been chasing for decades. Senior partner. The title I sacrificed birthdays and weekends for. When I read it, I felt nothing. No pride, no joy, just anger. Because I had traded my life for a title that means absolutely nothing to a dying man. Here's what I wish someone had told me at 25. Success is a moving target. You get the promotion, it feels good for 2 days. Then you need the next one. You earn 6 figures, then you want 7. You get the corner office, then you want a bigger one. It never ends. The finish line keeps moving, and one day you wake up, 50 years old, lying in a hospital bed, wondering how you spent your entire adult life chasing things that don't survive you. I had a friend, Marcus. We went to law school together. After 1 year, he dropped out, said he didn't want to live inside courtrooms. I thought he was foolish. He became a high school teacher, modest salary. Meanwhile, I was climbing, feeling superior. But do you know what Marcus did with his life? He coached his son's basketball team, never missed a game. He took weekend trips with his wife, volunteered every Sunday, read novels, learned guitar at 40. He lived. I worked. Last month he visited me here, and for the first time, I understood. He is the successful one, because he lived inside his life. I lived outside mine. The second truth I learned too late. The perfect time is never coming. I said I'd travel after retirement. I'd learn piano someday. I'd spend more time with my wife after this case, after this promotion, after this house. Every after was a lie. My wife Sarah is 48. We've been married 20 years. Last week she asked, "Do you remember when we said we'd go to Paris for our 10th anniversary?" I didn't remember. She said, "You told me we'd go when work slowed down." Work never slowed down. And now I will never walk through Paris with her. Never stand under the Eiffel Tower. Never sit across from her at a small cafe and just be there. What haunts me isn't the big milestones. It's the ordinary moments. The Tuesday nights she wanted to watch a movie, and I said, not tonight. The Saturday mornings my daughter wanted to make pancakes, and I said, Daddy has work. Every single time I chose productivity over presence, because I believed time was unlimited. It isn't. None of ours is. Here in hospice, I've met people in their 80s, 90s, the ones who glow, the ones who are peaceful. They stopped waiting. They stopped postponing joy. They stopped living for someday and started living for today. And I'm telling you now, from this hospital bed, with maybe 4 weeks left, when a doctor says, it's terminal, you won't think about your salary. You won't think about your title. You'll think about the moments you rushed through, and you'll wish you had slowed down. I'm out of time. You're not. So what are you going to do with yours? I met a woman here, Helen. She's 87, volunteers 3 days a week, calm, bright eyes. One afternoon, she pulled a chair next to my bed and told me her story. When she was 50, her husband collapsed. Heart attack. No warning. No second chance. And in that instant, she realized she had been waiting her entire life. Waiting to travel. Waiting to paint. Waiting to really live. After the mortgage. After the kids. After things settled. So after he died, she stopped waiting. Sold her house. Bought an RV. Spent 15 years driving across the country, all 50 states. She painted deserts, mountains, oceans, watched sunsets in places I've only seen on screens. She lived more in 15 years than I lived in 50. And here's the part that destroys me. I had more money than Helen, more security, more options. But she lived. I worked. She experienced. I accumulated. She was present. I was distracted. Right now, I can't eat solid food. Walking to the bathroom feels like climbing a mountain. The pain medication blurs time. Sometimes I don't know if it's Monday or Thursday. And do you know what replays in my mind? Not my biggest case. Not the deal that made headlines. A random Saturday in 2019. My daughter begging me to teach her to ride her bike. I said I was too tired. The bike is still in the garage. I will never teach her. I think about the weekend Sarah suggested we drive to the beach. No, too much work. The beach is 3 hours away. I will never feel sand between my toes beside her again. Every time I said, not now, maybe later, I'm busy. Those moments are gone. You don't get them back. You think you have time. You don't. You think you'll get around to it. You won't. You think one day everything will align perfectly. That day doesn't exist. The money, the status, the perfect body, the approval. You're not chasing those things. You're chasing a feeling, security, worth, love. I spent 20 years trying to feel worthy through achievement, winning cases, becoming partner, earning more. None of it worked. Do you know when I finally felt worthy? Last week. When my daughter held my hand and said, I love you, Dad. Not because I was successful, just because I'm her father. That's it. That's the feeling I chased for 2 decades. And I could have had it any Tuesday night if I had just closed my laptop. On my bedside table there's a list. Italian lessons, visit Japan, read the classics, write that novel, hike the Appalachian Trail, learn to sail. None of it is happening. The list just sits there, a monument to postponement. The real problem is one word: someday. Someday I'll travel. Someday I'll slow down. Someday I'll spend more time with my family. Someday is a lie. Life is happening right now. Every day you postpone is a day permanently erased. My daughter turns 17 in 2 weeks. I probably won't be there. I won't walk her down the aisle. I won't meet my grandchildren. I just assumed those moments were guaranteed. They weren't. Last night, Sarah asked, "If you could change one thing, what would it be?" I told her the truth. Not one thing. Everything. I would work less, be present more, say no to clients, say yes to my family, take the trips, make the pancakes, teach her to ride the bike, go to Paris. I would live. But I can't go back. All I can do now is tell you, don't wait. Don't postpone joy. Don't trade your life for things that won't sit beside you when you're dying. Because when you're lying in a hospital bed with weeks left, you won't care about your title. You won't care about your salary. You'll care about the ordinary moments, the quiet ones, the unremarkable ones, the beautiful ones. And you'll wish, desperately, that you had more of them. I have 4 weeks left, maybe less. My daughter is at school, my wife is downstairs getting coffee, and I'm lying here thinking about the time I wasted, the moments I rushed, the love I postponed. Don't do what I did. Don't wait for someday. Don't sacrifice life for success, because success without living is empty. Achievement without presence is hollow. Money without memories is just numbers on a screen. Live now, today. Call your parents, hold your kids, take the trip, learn the thing, do the uncomfortable thing, be present. Stop waiting for permission to live. I'm out of time. You're not. Not yet. So tell me, what are you going to do with yours?